I've grown up here my whole life. I have 5 siblings. I do have a boyfriend. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. I figured for today we'll do my everyday makeup routine and we'll just chit chat. I feel like I have some new faces going on my channel and felt like it would be nice to get to know each other. I'm gonna try to show my products throughout this as well. I already kind of did skin prep. So now we're gonna move on to primer. It's the Morphe Continuous Prep and Set Mist. To do this one, I let it fully dry and then I add another. While that's drying, to start, I am from a small town in Central Virginia. I've grown up here my whole life. It's not too far from DC or Richmond. I grew up in a town where like everyone knows everyone almost. It's very like close knit. I've always loved that. I know some people hate that. They don't like the going to a grocery store and seeing everyone you know, but I think it's so much fun. You get to see people that you grew up with your whole life. So I'm gonna go in with the Professional and I just kind of do this around like my nose. I just kind of take a dollop on my finger and I just kind of go around. Growing up in a small town didn't really affect me a whole lot. And like I said, we're closer to a city. It wasn't necessarily like a you're so far out of touch from everything. You were still able to drive 30 minutes to an hour to go to these big cities. Next I go in with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is my all-time favorite foundation. I always try something new and I always come back to this one. This shade's a little bit too dark, but I will add lightness back into my face and make it work. I also come from a very large family. I have 5 siblings. It was always so much fun growing up because you always had like a buddy, like my 2 older brothers, me, my sister, and then my 2 younger brothers. We're all pretty much 3 years apart except for my youngest brother. He is 5 years. And to this day, we're still all super close, which I love. Number 4 in this sibling chain. I have 3 older siblings and 2 younger. So I'm a middle child. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape. I have a pretty light shade and this is where it kind of balances out my skin tone. With that being said, with my family though, majority of my family is from Kentucky, which is fun to visit. I usually go there about 2 to 3 times a year. My dad lives in Kentucky, so we always go and visit him. Both my mom and dad are from Kentucky, so my whole family is from there. So it's always nice to go visit my grandparents down there and just visit the mountains. They live right in dead center in the mountains, so it's super nice to see when you go down there. I don't know if I could like live in Kentucky, but it is always nice to go visit, you know? I am currently a hairstylist. I wouldn't say that it is my like passion in life. It gets the job done. I enjoy it for now. I feel like I've like slowly started to lose interest in it. It's also great for like while I'm in school. I have a steady income while being in school. I did my cosmetology program through my high school, so it was all free, which is very nice because cosmetology school is very expensive if you didn't know. It's practically like going to college. I am now gonna go in with the Milk Contour Stick. I really love this stuff and I didn't think I was going to because normally like the stick form like this or even creams, they just don't blend out very well on me, but this one does amazing, so I definitely highly recommend this one. With me not having the biggest passion in doing cosmetology or hair anymore, I went back to school. I finished with my associates in K-8 education. K-8 education is also definitely not my passion. I would like to go back and get my bachelor's, but it'll probably be in more of like a cut and dry job. I feel like I've taken an interest in maybe doing like accounting or something. I knew that pretty much any job I do I probably will hate unless I'm like at home. So I might as well make decent money while I'm doing it. So that's where the accounting came about. And I'm not too bad at math. Doing hair, you make decent money. I currently have my own business, so it takes a lot of money to put into it too. Now I go in with the NYX Brow Thick It to Stick It. This is one of my all-time favorites. Kind of just go in and I push away, which kind of gives it like a tint on my skin. It makes them look a lot fuller when I do it started this way. Then I go up and that's how I do my brows. Next I go in with the Rare Beauty blush. This one is in shade Bliss. I just kind of go everywhere with this. I like to look super warm tone. I feel like my cheeks are super rosy, so I like to go in and just add it everywhere pretty much. I have a cat. Her name is Salem, but if you were to ask her, she goes by Pretty Kitty. She only really knows the name Pretty Kitty because that's what I call her. She's just a pretty kitty. What can you expect, you know? She's an all-black cat. Me and my sister got her together when I was 17, so she was like 20. And then literally after a month we got her, she moved out and I was left with the cat, which now I do like love her. I'm not normally like a cat person. I like her. So would I ever probably get a cat again? Probably not, but I do like her. And it shows. She only likes me, so. I go in with this Physicians Formula bronzer and just kind of bronze up my cheekbones and forehead. Then I go with this Energy blush by Tarte. I do have a boyfriend. We've been together for about 2 years now. We met online, which I feel like is not super untypical nowadays. I feel like a lot of people meet their partners online. We are going strong 2 years at the end of this month actually. We're both 20 when we met and we're now 22. I don't go in with any like powders or anything. I have pretty dry skin, so it just kind of like breaks up what I have. So I just kind of stick with the creams and the powders with my bronzer and blush. So this is my all-time favorite mascara, the Lash Sensational by Maybelline. That is the kitty in question, if you can see her in the back. I normally go in, curl my lashes first, and then I go in with the mascara. Okay, now that's coat number 1. Move on to the next eye. So now our first coat is on both. Then I just kind of go in and I do a second coat. And I also try to make sure that I get as close to the base as I can without like obviously stabbing my eyeball out. But so now we're to this point and I go back in with the curler, which I know is so bad for your lashes, but I don't notice any like fallout or anything when I do it. And they look so long and beautiful. And that is how I do my lashes. Lastly, I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is in Pillow Talk lip liner. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. Even as a child in middle school and high school, like I always dreamed of being a YouTuber. I mostly just didn't have the courage to post. I feel like it's been a really good hobby for me to start up YouTube because in the winter I feel like when I don't have anything to do and I'm stuck in the house because it's snowing or whatever, I just feel like I get kind of down. Having a hobby has really helped me mentally in the winter. And I just went in with a Fenty Beauty Gloss. This is in Riri. That's pretty much all I do makeup wise. I don't really go in with like eyeshadow or anything unless I'm like going out. This is pretty much it for my everyday makeup. I hope you guys maybe learned something new about me. If you guys have any more questions, happy to answer them. Just ask me in the comments. I will answer as many as I possibly can. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I love you guys and thank you so much for spending this time with me. Bye!